All right, guys, welcome back. So this is the second part, and in this video, I'm going to be going over examples. As I said in the previous video, I'm going to go over two examples of mind reading patterns that we hear, we tell ourselves, or we hear from others, and then I'm going to go into a challenge. So I'm going to state an example. So I'm going to make a statement, and then I'm going to show you how to challenge that statement using the mind reading language pattern. Okay, so the first one is she thinks that X. So she thinks that I'm not good at this. She thinks that I don't like her. Okay, so I'm now putting an idea into. I'm now assuming that a thought in her head, right? I don't know what she's thinking, but I'm saying she thinks this. Okay? The second example is I know you're thinking that I have all the answers. I know you think that I never have to study for an exam. I know you're thinking. So this more direct path, I know you're thinking, and then we have an indirect path, she thinks that, he thinks that, they believe this about me. Okay? We don't know. Okay? But we're distorting reality. We're projecting these thoughts into other people's heads. Okay? Now, I want you to come up with your own examples. Okay? I want you to come up with your own examples of mind readings that you use, and I want you to challenge them. This is the challenge. The challenge comes in the form of how do you know? How do you know? Okay, this is the challenge that we'll use. So you don't think that I can do it. You don't think that I'm smart enough. You don't think that I'm good enough. How do you know? How do you know? Now, when we ask this question, we take the speaker into their own internal map of reality. We get a glimpse into how they're organizing their worldview by asking this simple question, how do you know? So it opens up the door and it allows us to go in the direction that they want to take us. How do you know that I don't believe you can do it? Well, you've never believed in me. You always tell me what I'm doing wrong. And not one person ever said good job. Now I use these three intentional because these are going to lead into the next lesson, which contains the second powerful language patterns, which keeps us stuck after the mind reading. And those are the universals. You always, you never, and no one has ever said anything good. So these examples create a false sense of the present moment because it's distorting time with always, never, no one. So we can play with people, time and place, and things. And so when we can manipulate these things with our language, we create realities where we're stuck. And so I'll dive deeper into those and how to challenge those, create exceptions around those in the next video. But I wanted to just sprinkle those in to this video. So that's how we challenge the mind reading. How do you know? Pattern, and then we'll hear the evidence that supports that statement. Right? You don't believe in me. I know you don't think I can do it. Okay? So, those are some examples of ways that we use mind reading, how we hear them from people that we're trying to lead, people who we're having conversations with, and I gave you a challenge. How do you know? So practice this, and in the last video, I'm gonna wrap it up and give you some few things that you can do to strengthen the mind reading muscle. Okay? I'll see you guys in the last video.